Hi, I'm Sophie and welcome to my channel, and this is my first vlog. I live here, our 18th century cottage, the parsonage, with my husband Matt and our 7 chickens. And I'm going to be vlogging about everyday home life, from tackling chores to gardening, growing fruit and vegetables, baking bread and cooking hearty meals and getting the house ready for each season. We also have renovation projects going on, as we do at the moment, so I'm also going to be vlogging about that. So if you like the sound of that, then join me. So on my list of jobs to do over the next couple of days, I would like to cook a chilli and bake a loaf of sourdough. I've got chores to do in the house and in the garden, which reminds me, I do need to nip to the garden centre. And I'd also like to pick some apples whilst I'm out in the garden. Just come out into the garden, just putting my wellies on to get some jobs done. But first things first, need to let these chickens out. Come on, girls. Hello. How are we? Oh, come on. They've laid us some lovely eggs this morning. Thank you, girls, for our gifts. You beautiful girl. Do we love you? A squirrel has very kindly buried a couple of acorns for us, and a little oak tree has started to grow. Now I'm going to dig it up and pot it because it can't stay here in the veg patches, and we are intending to plant some more trees around the garden. So I'm going to put this in here and then put it in the greenhouse, and I'll pot it on as it starts to grow. It should do well, hopefully, and then when it's big enough it can go into the ground in a more suitable place. I'm going to make a loaf of sourdough. I've got my sourdough starter here. I fed this this morning and it's looking happy and healthy. You can see the little bubbles in there. So that is a good sign that it's good to use. So I'll zero the scales. I'm just going to add 50 grams of this to a bowl. You do have to be exact with the measurements, I find. So it can just take a moment or two to weigh them out. There we go, 50. Great. Okay, and to that I'm going to add, zero the scales again, 500 grams of strong bread flour and 350 grams of filtered water. I use bottled water. There we go. Right, and Between 7 and 9 grams of salt. We do like it quite salty, so I'll go for 9 grams. I use Celtic salt. It's got a lot of minerals in it, and it tastes really good. There we go. Great. Mix that all together, and then once that's done, I'm going to pop a shower cap on the top, and I'll leave it for about an hour, between an hour and an hour and a half. I'll probably come back to it in an hour. And then we're going to do a series of stretches and folds. What's known as a Dutch oven. It's my Le Creuset pot. That has been in the oven and is red hot. Now I'm just going to sprinkle some rice flour on the top of the dough and rub that in, just so it doesn't stick to the greaseproof paper. And hopefully this will come out nice and easily. So I'm just going to pop the greaseproof paper over and then flip it. There we go. That looks good. Now I'm going to score it. I'm just going to do a simple score here, about a centimetre deep is probably about right. And then I'm going to take the lid off, pop this in the Dutch oven, pop the lid back on, and then that goes into the oven at 220. I've got a fan assisted oven, so it's going in at 220 for 50 minutes, and then for another 5 minutes without the lid on. It's been a slow morning this morning, so I'm only just getting round to cooking breakfast. I've just thrown some sausages in the oven. I'm going to have those with the sourdough loaf I have cooked. I'm just about to get on with some reading, and I have a new gardening tool to try. Last month I went to Burley Horse Trials with Mum, and there was a little shop there selling all sorts of tools, a tool for everything. And I went in and I asked the man, I said to him, if there was one tool you could use, only one tool you could use in the garden, again, what would it be? And he said this, which is a hori-hori knife. I mean, it looks more like a weapon, but I'm yet to use it, so I'm going to give it a go. Now let's see what we think to this. Oh yes, it just glides through like butter. Oh yes, this is good. Yeah, I like this very much. So it's got you can get in, obviously it just glides through, as you can see, the soil very easily, but it's also got that sharp edge, so it can cut the roots and get in any paving cracks where weeds often grow. So yeah, I'm liking this tool. I've just got to the garden centre. I would like to have a look at some of the autumn decorations they've got in, and also the Halloween decorations, and to look for a herb pot for the kitchen. So let's go and see what they've got in. Just left the garden centre, and they had the pumpkins out, and I was going to buy some, and then I suddenly remembered that the farm down the road have got a sign up at the gate to say that they are selling their homegrown pumpkins for a charity. So I think the children at the farm have grown them. So I thought that it was just a nice thing to do for them to have done. So I'm going to go there and see if I can buy some from them instead. Isn't that just so lovely? Hello. I've just got back from the farm with a wheelbarrow full of pumpkins. We have a Halloween party, hence why I've got so many. So they're for a decoration, and then once we've finished with them, the chickens can have them, and us. And I usually save the seeds also and roast them, so they won't go to waste, but initially they will be used for decoration. So I just need to find somewhere dry to store them now, out of reach of the chickens. I've just picked up this little bottle of pine cone and pot puree refresher oil in the scent of winter spice. I thought, when I saw it, I thought, I have this truck of pine cones by the back door, and the smell is, dare I say it, like Christmas in a bottle. And I thought, I've got to get some of that. So I'm just going to tip, I don't want to overdo it because it is a very, very strong scent. I thought I'll just sprinkle the pine cones with this oil. It's just going to smell amazing as you walk in the house. Actually, it's going everywhere, this oil. Goodness. It's not very it doesn't come out very easily, or very well, should I say. I'm just gonna do one more, and I think that's probably enough, actually. But the smell is so nice. Right, lovely. Chilli for dinner for tomorrow night. I always think chilli tastes best when eaten the next day. I've fried off the onions and browned off the mince. You see there? And I'm just about to add the garlic. I've got 4 cloves of chopped garlic in here. Add those to the onions. I'll fry those for a couple of minutes. I also add a couple of grated carrots for the sweetness. So we'll just fry all that off for a couple of minutes. I'm going to add some salt and pepper to the mince. Good amount, I think. And to that, I'm going to add a good amount of cumin powder, smoked paprika, and hot chili powder. Okay, just give that another minute. Oh, I'm nearly forgetting the tomato puree. A good blob of that. Right, I think that that's about ready to add to the mince. Okay, this is a tricky part. I always use cast iron cookware, so it's very heavy to lift and tilt, but here we go. Bring that over here. Right, there we go. Mix it all together. And then I'm going to add 2 tins of chopped tomato. And 2 tins of chili beans. I use the one in the mild chili sauce. It just gives it a bit of extra flavour, which I prefer. Right, give it a good mix together. And then I'm going to pop the lid on and let it cook for a little while. Just put the chickens to bed, put my pyjamas on, and I'm sat now with a hot chocolate and I'm going to enjoy a quiet evening. I do hope you've enjoyed my first vlog and that you'll tune in for more next week. I'm actually going on a road trip with Mum for my next vlog to do a very unusual activity. I'm not going to say any more than that because I don't want to ruin the surprise, but if you are intrigued, then join me next week. I do hope this coming week is good to you, and good night from me.